everyone, welcome back to another beautiful episode of Loot Patrol. We are once again playing the Forgotten City. We just found out that we are, spoilers if you're just tuning in, spoilers, we just found out that all of us are dead. We are in the afterlife, and now we're headed to the Upper Cistern to try to take on Hades, essentially, like the god of the underworld. But no, if you like this content, if you're having fun, like, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff. And on that note, let's get it.
Since you can confront Hades, do you think that it's going to look like some crazy beastly god guy, or do you think it's going to look like the chick that we ran into at the river?
I don't know, because the chick is not the god of the underworld. The chick was just the ferryman who or the ferry person, I should say, who brings the person into the afterlife.
Ask Sentius for the key to the Upper Cistern. Might as well give it a shot. I doubt he'll do it. But might as well give it a shot.
I kind of feel the same.
That's quite an impressive bow you have there.
Thank you. It's fine.
Sentius!
Oh, you've returned. May I have the key?
I think it's best if I...
Why?
You mean to ask, why am I unwilling to trust a newly arrived non-citizen with access to our water supply?
Because you told me to investigate some stuff, but we're doing it.
I guess I have to find another way in.
And I'm beginning to wonder if the culprit we're looking for might, after all...
Fine, and let it go.
I'm glad to hear that. Now...
Better get back to it.
All right, so I think that if we go into the lower cistern right now, there were those vines that went really far up that we could not climb up before because we didn't have the bow.
Right.
So I think that is one of the ways.
We have the bow now.
Yes. Oh, he's still gold.
Cool.
Man, that was some creepy stuff.
Look at it go.
Yes.
Oh, wait. See? Gotta be careful.
Oh, yep.
More up there, it looks like.
Good job. Good eye.
Yeah. Cool. Okay.
Oh, I did not like that.
Ah!
No. Oh God.
Oh, okay. This part is a little wonky.
Parkour.
Oh, God. I think I could just... Nope. Like, maybe I could just regularly jump. Yeah, sprint and jump.
Okay.
Foot. Oh. Okay. I guess I didn't need to do a bunch. Crazy jumping.
Okay. Hey, lion's heads.
There's a person alive over there.
Oh. We should say hi.
Wait.
Hey, we're in the Upper Cistern. Oh, what if this is, remember she said that we would need the help of a Prospina? A goddess?
Serpina, yeah.
Serpina?
Who are you?
Scintilla.
He sent you.
She's alive!
Oh my God!
Do you know you're here? You have to help me escape. I'm Scintilla. I found a way out through the gate of Horn, but it's locked. So I told him about it, and instead of helping me escape, he locked me up. He wants to keep us all here forever, or until we're turned to gold. He's a monster. You have to let me go so we can kill him and take his key.
No, that's not a good plan.
Might be good for us, though.
How hasn't this broken the golden rule?
I don't know. He said the gods are on his side because they don't want us to escape either. Sentius, My
Sentius.
What? Furious, help me. I'll castrate and crucify him.
Bringing water from outside the city, so it should lead us outside. The only problem is it's barred by a heavy locked gate.
Why does he have the key?
I'm going to take that key from around his neck, even if it means cutting his throat to get it. There won't be enough time.
We can't let her go yet, as screwed up as that is.
I'm gonna say this first.
There's no time.
Wait, what?
Wait, did you hear that?
Is he really here?
Shh, I don't know.
We can't let her. We can't let her go yet.
What?
Yeah, say that one and see how.
It's no use. You'll.
I can be fairly persuasive.
Either that, or I'm sorry. I need to try.
You're making.
I want to see this gate. Also, she
You
did try
know
to pull a sneaky one. Which is fine. But...
So one of the other things. Okay, so I think that's the door to get into the cistern. Oh. Well, that means that Cynthia's pulled a sneaky one too by leaving the door to the lower cistern locked and putting her necklace around that skeleton down there. So that if anyone walked into the cistern, oh, look there's Scintilla, she's dead.
Cool.
Okay, so there's two other things that we can do immediately if we don't want to confront him yet.
Okay.
That is, I know where one of the tablets are that we need, because don't forget we need 4 tablets to like unlock the path or to frustrate the god. And then we can also, now that we know the name of the god who's holding everyone here, we can talk to the one guy who's like in the caves under the trade district.
Wait a second.
Shoot the algae.
Yeah, I was gonna say. What a neat mechanic this is.
It really is.
Oh, bunch of money.
Oh, okay.
I'm using a flashlight.
Why is it so dark?
I think it's becoming night.
Do you think it's just because we've spent so much time in the game?
Probably.
Or do you think it's because we progressed the story?
The rivers of all the world. So this place accepts all the souls. But it does not notice the crowds that come.
Figured it out. I know where we are.
Say it.
The underworld.
Then it is true. I was right.
You were.
I thought I saw it, but when the rest of them could not, I kept thinking I must have gone insane. I had to tell myself it was true over and over again, until I wasn't sure if I was deceiving myself. I must apologize if my words seem cryptic. I'd found comfort in reciting the Metamorphoses by our great poet Ovid. He gives such an uncanny description of this place. I cannot help but wonder if he himself came here. Would you like to hear it?
Do you want to hear a poem, Tony?
Sure.
I will do my best to remember the relevant verse. There is a downward path, gloomy with fatal yew trees. It leads through dumb silence to the infernal regions. The sluggish Styx exhales vapor, and by that way, the shadows of the newly dead descend, entombed with full rites, and the ghosts of those, at last, given proper burial. The wide, thorny waste is cold and pallid, and the newly arrived shades are ignorant of the road that leads to the Stygian city.
This poem doesn't rhyme.
Has his cruel
Yeah, I know. A translated
As the
poem
ocean
that doesn't
accepts the
rhyme.
rivers of all the world,
Ugh.
this place accepts all the souls.
Where's Dr. Seuss when you
Is
need
never
him?
Too small for any populace, nor notices the crowds that come. There the bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone. Some crowd the forum, some the house of the ruler of the depths. Others follow their trades, imitating their previous lives. And still others.
One soul, two soul, red soul, blue soul.
I hope I have done it justice. And now we share a secret. It's as if you've lifted a great burden.
All right. I'm glad that she's calmed down. Oh, looks like he was making the zip line. Okay, so I've been thinking, because as we know, there are two possible outcomes that we can do. We can fight the god. What is this place? Okay.
All weapons are to be tossed into the chasm. Magistrate's orders.
I don't give a shit.
Don't you just love springtime?
But no, so we can either fight or we can flee. I think the only way to actually save this place is to fight. Gee, she's going to town on that cup.
Yeah.
All weapons
Never clean! Never clean!
Magistrate's orders.
And I hope I'm not being too forward, but the moment there's a light in your
Lust,
eyes,
it's a sin!
And you're as charming as you are beautiful.
Coming on a bit strong, don't you think?
You just came on strong.
I take
Yeah!
back what I said. Let's just forget that ever happened, so we can at least.
Damn. I got an
Whoa.
achievement called Smooth Talker.
I've never been shut down that quickly before.
I'm looking for Kabash.
Not for a few weeks now. Lord, I remember because they kept looking over their
Dude,
shoulders. The
put the
one word
cup
I
down.
kept hearing was vanishing. Kabash just
Wait,
I will
guess
not
we don't have
stop
soap and
cleaning
water
this
you're
cup.
doing.
coincidence?
Oh, they didn't have soap and they didn't have soap. I just realized that they probably just ate a dusty clay.
For 10
Oh,
Extended
never
iron.
thought about that.
Olivia, she used. Now she just stands around cake. I hear that if Malleolus is elected, he's. There used to be a midwife here, Naevia, but unfortunately.
Okay, this isn't really.
Yeah, no, we kind of know all of this already.
All right.
Jeez, it's looking right at me.
Name's Rufius. Better watch your step. What business is that of yours?
About your rheumatism.
So rheumatism
Willow.
makes him irritable and frustrated, which means he might be the one who went after Virgil.
Thank God. Finally, some relief. I've been in a lot of pain lately.
Although I don't think that much of their stories probably matter anymore now that we know.
Cursed statues always watching.
Oh, never mind. We can ask about the Roman plaque.
It was too much. I owe you. No idea what you're talking.
You owe me one, remember?
I think I have seen that plaque. Sorry I lied. Can't be too careful these days. Head into the caves behind the theater. Turn right, then right again. Oh, and here. You'll need this
Oh,
key
nice. There's the key.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
from me.
I said it in the first or second episode, and I'll say it again.
Nobody saw it coming.
Any politician who just gets someone to offer free alcohol to everyone, they're gonna have a leg up.
Yeah.
Speaking
Definitely.
of free alcohol, this wasn't free alcohol. I had to pay a pretty penny for it. But I found a beer that I think that you would really enjoy.
Really?
Yeah, it's called Fremont Bee Bomb, and it is like, it's a very dark, like, it's one of the ones that looks like oil. It's not very carbonated, and so it initially looks like kind of a turnoff, but it's like chocolatey, and it has like this deep, like, cinnamon coconut flavor.
Ooh, I
It's
do love
good.
coconut.
And it's 13%. So I mean, you only need one of these guys before you got a nice buzz going on.
It sounds like it's right up my alley, to be honest.
Ah, you've returned.
We did return.
Ah, I will tell you everything I know. But first, the one thing I long for above all, let us find out.
Pluto, god of the underworld.
I see you are indeed quite astute. Very few come to that realization before their time in the sun is over. Now, will you join?
Sure.
Okay.
Wonderful.
I love Socratic dialogue.
With a question. Would you say you know the difference between right and wrong?
Yes, I think so. Also, all philosophical debates are an admission that nobody knows anything truly, and that a lot of it's just semantics.
Well, are you? Do you know the Socratic Method, like how he taught, like how Socrates actually taught people?
I don't think so.
He taught them simply by asking them a question, but would not give them an answer. He would just ask a philosophical question and then would never tell them whether they were right or wrong or his own view. He just kind of would continue to question it. He played devil's advocate, essentially. So he'd be like, what's the difference between right and wrong? And then when you gave an answer, if he thought it was good or bad, he questioned that answer to make you think more deeply about it. That is the Socratic Method.
I'm gonna say yes.
And to what extent?
In most situations.
That is quite sensible. Indeed, I'm reminded of something Socrates. Better to know that you know nothing than to know nothing and think that you know.
That is absolutely true.
Because knowledgeable people have learned enough to know they know very little in the broader scheme of things. You see, out there in the world, being uncertain about right and wrong was acceptable because our mistakes rarely had consequences. So we would tell lies and bend rules and turn a blind eye and rationalize, and yet still find a way to think of ourselves as good people. But under the golden rule, morality matters. The slightest wrongdoing could result in a mass execution. So to navigate this maze,
Except for lying, cheating, locking your daughter up, rigging an election, gay hating. Yeah, there's quite a bit. So,
whose version of right and wrong? Ooh.
That is an excellent question, and it leads directly to my next line of inquiry. So let me ask you this. Is there one system of morality which is always perfectly correct? Which you
No.
would follow in every situation and always do the right thing?
No, I think right is flexible.
Yeah, it's like in that village in Assassin's Creed Odyssey when there's that family that's very likely to be infected with a deadly disease.
Yeah.
Is it right to kill them? Is it wrong to kill them? It feels wrong.
But
if you let them go, they kill everybody.
Yeah, well, and even like little stuff like lying. You could easily say lying is never the answer. But at the same time, if there was someone who was asking a question like, do you think I'm attractive? And they're not attractive, it would be better for them, for their consciousness, for them to feel good about themselves, to just a little white lie and say, absolutely, you're beautiful. You know what I mean? Like, there's more than just one.
I'd say there's more than one.
How can that be? Since they all have differences, it follows that in some cases they would offer different conclusions about what is right and wrong. If there is a correct moral code, then wouldn't it follow that only one can be the correct one?
Yeah, I'd say either the middle or bottom one. Because I do think too that whichever your customs and society change what is morally accurate. Like morality really is determined by what the society has deemed is correct.
Yeah, like for example, in Victorian England, to be unfashionable was to be a bad person. Like if you kept a home and the home was didn't look pretty on the inside, you were just bad. Like you were just a bad person. It's so silly.
You know how many bad people live in America? That's what we still judged it on. I mean, I'm wearing a freaking Flash t-shirt.
Or is it possible that humans simply haven't figured out the right system yet?
Oh.
I think there's no such thing as a correct morality.
Yeah, because if there was, wouldn't we all be killed for imprisoning somebody?
Yeah.
So is it up to each of us to decide what right and wrong mean to us individually? Or must we simply follow the laws and customs of whichever community we're in?
I think it's
the
both.
Community. I think it's both, but I think for the most part, at least to survive in society, it's you have to follow the laws and customs of your community. It's why we have like local laws and then like country laws.
You know, I think you'd find an ally in Herodotus, a scribe from among my
I have a book by Herodotus.
He told the story of a man named Darius.
He's a cool guy.
He was piqued when he learned that a certain tribe had the practice of eating their dead. He asked some Greeks who burnt their dead, "What would it take for you to eat your dead?" Aghast, they replied, "Nothing." Then he asked the tribe who ate their dead, "What would it take for you to burn your dead?" "Nothing," they replied, equally aghast. From this, Herodotus concluded that custom is king, that right and wrong are merely local ideas which do not survive the journey from one tribe to another. I take it you're in agreement?
Okay, like, I get what he's saying, but Herodotus also wrote about a guy who was left behind in Italy, so he rode dolphins back to Greece. So
I mean,
you kind of got to take
that's
what
not...
he says with a grain of salt.
Yeah. He rode dolphins back to Greece.
Yeah, he was like a great musician, and he toured all of Italy, and then like he caught a ride back to Greece, and the people like took his money and dumped him overboard, and then he just found some dolphins that let him like ride on their back to Greece.
Did you hear his question?
No.
So if you came across a tribe who ate their dead, copulated with their dead, and drank wine from human skulls, would you say that within that society, nothing that they're doing is wrong?
See, that's where it would be personally wrong to me, but I'm sure there's cannibal tribes out there that exist right now, and although they don't pertain to our morality, I can't say that it's wrong in their society if that's how they've deemed their society. Like, if that's what their society has done. Like, is it adverse to me? Yes. To them, no.
Then that brings about the question, if you look at humanity as a whole, or at least like a larger region that contains that tribe as a society, and that region finds that group of people doing that custom to be morally wrong, are they wrong?
Well, if they were a part of a larger society, then
say they like.
That'd be like if all of California was eating people. Like, we'd go in there and be like, "Hey guys, knock it off."
Exactly. That's how I feel about a lot of this.
I would say no, I suppose not.
And that's a credit to you. It is the mark of a civilized person to change their
Yes!
position when presented with a superior argument.
Look at us.
Wait, I don't want to be civilized. What's your
My
point?
point is this. I don't think anyone alive truly knows any hard and fast rules about right and wrong.
What about do not kill?
It's a fair
Good
point.
point,
If
yeah.
there is one thing I have observed,
Mostly because I
about
want him to
humans,
just
it
hurry
is
up
that
and get to
virtuous
his point.
people do not need them, and evil people will always find a way around them. And so we must accept our limitations, and the sad truth that no human society will ever achieve the utopia for which it strives.
I agree with that.
In mathematics, we would call it an asymptote, a line that can be approached but never reached. Because the only way to
As long
create
as there
a
is
utopia
darkness in one
is
person's
with the
heart, we can't have a
ever-present threat of
utopia.
force.
I love that I love Greece enough to know about like Herodotus and Socrates and all these people. I also love how they pronounce it in Greece. Socrates, Herodotus.
Life under tyranny needs no utopia at all. I agree. I agree with that.
I'm glad to hear that. In any case, thank you for humoring an old man. I would be happy to answer your questions.
All right, we will ask him these questions next episode on Loot Patrol. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you next time.
Farewell.
Peace.